Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I just had a rant to Instagram and now I'm here to rant to you guys about motivation. Over the last week, it's been a bit of a down week for me and I've been sort of not motivated and like just haven't wanted to do work, study, anything I love. Like literally, I love all of that stuff and I just haven't been motivated for it. It's been like a rough week for me and now I'm currently on like the road back up trying to build that motivation again. So I wanted to jump on here and share with you guys my favorite tips that work for me to help build back up my motivation or even just keep my motivation on track. So that's what I'm here to do today. It's gonna hopefully be nice and quick. I just wanna share with you my favorite tips and what works for me. Hopefully you guys can find some use of it. And yeah, I have my phone here with my notes on it. Literally, it's just the things I do. Yeah, nothing like professional, anything. It's literally just the things I'll sit down and do at home when I'm feeling low on energy or low on motivation. Okay, number one tip I would say is give your mind a break. This is the biggest one I find is useful for me and definitely the one I did yesterday. Sometimes you are purely just overwhelmed with the work you have or something that you're doing, or you've been doing something for so long that it just becomes overwhelming, almost boring, and you just don't want to do it again. So give your mind a break, go do something different. I find, you know, if I get down like that, I will sit down and I will journal for half an hour and just write and just put all my feelings on that page, or I'll go paint my nails, or I'll do a face mask, have a shower, like refresh your mind, because if your mind isn't in the right place, you're not going to be in the right place to do that study, to have that motivation to build yourself up. So definitely my like biggest tip, number one tip is give your mind a break. Go do something else. Number two, let me check my notes. Do something that you love. You might think this is kind of dumb because like, yeah, I love studying. I love my work. Like I love Odyssey Sports. I love, you know, learning, yet I'm losing my motivation for that. But yeah, that's the stuff I love. So yes, do something that you love, but something that isn't related to the thing that you're lacking motivation for. So for the past week, I was like really lacking motivation to work and to study because I just felt like everything I was doing was wrong, or I didn't know what the next step was. I didn't know what to do. I just sort of felt a bit like nothing was working. So last night, I've been really slack on my cooking over the last week, and that's something I love. I love, you know, looking after my body and feeding it nourishing foods, and I haven't been doing that. So last night I decided to just shut off work, not do anything, and cook myself a healthy, delicious dinner. Hello, we're back. My camera just ran out of space, but I fixed it. So, where did I leave off? I was talking about do something you love. I can't remember the last thing I said, but yeah, I guess that one's pretty straightforward. Go do something else that you love. If you enjoy working out or something, go do a workout. More often than not, that type of stuff is going to spark that light again, or yeah, you know, like spark that light and help you build up that motivation again when you go and do something else that you love. You know, it'll make you start thinking, and you'll start thinking about the study or the learning, and all of a sudden you're gonna want to do it again. Number tres. I think that's 3 in Spanish. I don't know. I started learning Spanish over isolation. I got really far. Not really. All right, number 3, write yourself a checklist if you're overwhelmed. So like I said earlier, more often than not, we tend to lose motivation if we're overwhelmed in the task or there's something that we have to do. So literally just sit down and write a checklist of the stuff you have on that week. And I find that like most often when I do that, I look at my checklist and I'm like, oh yeah, damn, like that's not even that much. Like I can do that easy in the week, you know? Like if I don't want to get started because I feel like, oh my gosh, I just have so much to do. There's no chance I'm going to finish it all. You know, like this, I'm going to be up all night this whole week, you know? If I take the 5 minutes to sit down and literally just on a notebook in front of me, I can literally write it on my phone, okay, in your notes. Like everyone can do it. You don't need anything. But if you sit down and literally just write down what you have to do this week or for the day, you'll tend to look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's so doable. And that's gonna make you sit there and go, I can do this, and really just boost that motivation and that positivity. Number 4 is take action. Do something small. Like, that's all it takes. If you're sitting on your bed and you like are sitting there going, I don't want to get up today, all I have to do is work, or I can't be bothered working, I can't be bothered studying, I can't be bothered working out. Do something super small in regards to that topic, like something super small and easy, and it'll just like light the spark again. I find for myself, this one can kind of relate to the step before. If I'm feeling unmotivated and I go and sit down and take action with writing my checklist, like that's taking action, I'll all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, this is easy, and I'll get straight to work. And all of a sudden I've worked a whole day and I didn't even think about anything. Like, I've just done it because, you know, I wanted to and I got it done. And purely just because I wrote that checklist, I took action. I wrote a little checklist. It took 5 minutes, literally such a simple task. Takes nothing, like I don't have to think about it at all. It's just writing things down. And then all of a sudden that thought of like, oh, I don't have the motivation, I can't be bothered, is totally gone out of my brain. Just take that first little step and it's going to like do wonders. I have one more that I like to do that is I find really beneficial and really works for me. And that is write down your goals, write down your why, but don't just write them down. You have to remind yourself of these things every single day. Like, there's no point just writing it down on a piece of paper, putting it next to your bedside table and never looking at it again. That is not gonna help you. So with this, I feel like writing down your goals is like so obvious and like pretty much everyone knows that, but I think the step that people miss out on most is that reminding yourself of it every day, because you know, people do the first step but often forget the second step, and then it's just like you wrote it down for nothing. So put it in a visible place, like write it down on a big sheet of paper, put it in a visible place. Write down why you study, like whether it be you have this job you want to achieve and you need to achieve that diploma or bachelor or whatever it is, or whether you have this dream goal for your business, or you know, you have these fitness goals. Like write them down and write why you're doing them. Like, are you doing this because you want to create a better life for yourself? Are you doing this because you want to inspire others? Are you doing it because you want to make a change to something? Write that and put it somewhere visible that you see it every single day, so it reminds yourself of it. It's so important. So yeah, that is my top 5 tips to keep yourself motivated or help you motivate yourself after you've been in like a bit of a rut or a bit run down and just lacking all of that energy and motivation. I hope you guys can take some use from any of those tips. They seem pretty straightforward, but honestly, they're the 5 things that help me most. I hope you can take use of any of those tips that I just handed out to you. If you enjoyed them, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, comment, do all of that. You know how it goes. And I will see you in the next video. So thank you guys for watching and have a lovely day. Bye guys.